You serious?
Plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us. My name is Marcus Bronzy.
My name is Billy.
My name is Fug Butcher.
I was waiting for this to happen.
Yeah. What, for us to change?
Nah.
To join forces and transform.
Yeah. I was waiting for this to happen because I was thinking it's got to happen one day. A hacker has allegedly released 10 unaired episodes of a series of Orange is the New Black after Netflix refused to pay ransom. Now, I don't watch that show on Netflix, but Netflix told Entertainment Weekly that a production vendor used by several major TV studios had its security compromised and the appropriate law enforcement authorities are getting involved. With the FBI reportedly looking into the theft that is believed to have taken place in 2016. Netflix called the FBI. Is that what happens when you're that rich?
First world problems.
Yeah. Oh, hello FBI. Sorry, there's like terrorism going on, but somebody stole our show. Fuck me. Come on. That's like calling MI6 because you lost your dog. Could you imagine that? Oh, fuck. Man,
okay.
But, all right. Anyway, sorry.
Let me rein it back in a little bit. If you was gonna call the FBI, what show on Netflix would you call it for?
I mean, if it was something like Better Call Saul or something,
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah,
no problem. No problem.
Let him have it.
That's where we call Interpol for that, because we need to work out where that's happened. We need to not let that happen again, or thank them because I got the shows.
Yeah,
but, So somebody's hacked Netflix.
Yeah.
And there's a site, databreaches.net, and they've said that there's evidence by the hacker that they also stole 37 other shows and films. Now,
if you do not give us our $5 million tonight, we will put this up on uTorrent.
These things happen. So
I didn't know it was such a sought after show, Orange is the New Black. I mean,
That's
really
an institution, man. Yeah, they love it, man.
Okay.
People love it. It's not my cup of tea, but they love it. But I never thought that. I thought that Netflix was going to get hacked one day because everyone gets hacked. I thought it was going to be like a username password hack or something like that. But now, can we ever stop hackers, or is this just going to be a thing that big companies are going to have to just get used to? Should they be calling the FBI, or should they just be like, should it be a game of chess, and should they be like, look, all right, well done, you got us this time, but you ain't going to get us again?
I think FBI need to put a message out there, just like similarly they've done so with emergency services here, where they say, unless it's a real 999 call, don't call us. Call, is it 111 kind of thing for for non-emergency calls, because that to me is not an emergency. Yeah, that just sounds like those bloopers that you hear in this country where people call it, can I have the police please? I've overcooked my chicken kind of things. It's like,
quick, the dog's got a cough.
I've lost the remote control.
Yeah. I can't find my glasses. Oh, there they are on my head all this time. Yeah.
So that to me, I mean, I was even blown back when there was a whole issue during Obama's tenure where they had they nicked that Korean film.
Oh, the interview.
Yeah, and a few heads rolled probably off the back of that, because
probably literally in King Jong's house,
exactly.
Isn't it? Yeah. Boy, you wouldn't want to get the amount of sugars in that guy's tea wrong, would you?
Hell no.
You'd want to get that to I'd count granules.
Hell no.
How many granules do you take in your sugar in your tea?
Yeah, he's a bloody cheat. Look, he's trim. But
I think that's how you'd not his trim, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Funk Jong-un,
Funk Jong-un.
Yeah.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Oh, God. But yeah, so Netflix,
so when his kids don't get the right amount of sugar in his tea,
lose a finger.
Go to your room.
No
dinner.
No dinner. Nah. No dinner for a week. Or you do something evil like give them a can of beans, no opener.
If Funk's getting out his notepad. Okay?
Yeah.
You try that one when I get home.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Netflix got hacked, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
sounds to me like a slow news week.
I'm not gonna lie, we scraped the barrel this week.
No, but I mean, literally, like that has been everywhere, and I think so it's not just us. I mean, we're reporting on it because out of the ludicrous nature that other people are like, really? Netflix kind of thing. Concentrate on your house of cards and get it out, man. We're still waiting for that.
Oh, it could be out a bit quicker. Right, let's move on then. So Apple could announce their own, I mean, this is going to happen as well, their own Amazon-style Echo, Amazon Google Assistant, Siri, basically, in a box. So a speaker with Siri integrated into it with superior sound and computing power than that of Amazon's Echo and Google Home, with an end-of-year release date. So shouldn't really come as a surprise that Apple are going to be getting into this zone. They have got the Home app on their phone, which I don't feel like is overused at the moment. I feel like it's a little bit undersold. Apple Smart Home. We're all in the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah.
I feel like when it's come to smart home conversations, I'm not really putting Apple in the picture. I've not really had that conversation. Oh yeah, wouldn't it be good if we had Apple as the hub of everything?
Yeah.
If they get it right,
yeah,
could this blow everyone out the water? Because let's be honest, Apple phones are the dominant ones out there.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Really?
Billy. No.
All right, moving on. No, but why? Like, why?
The thing is with Apple, can't you see a running theme here of them being way, way, way slow off the mark with so many things? Like, they're coming like 80 months to 2 years behind, whether it's on the films recently with Netflix and them trying to acquire Disney with the whole kind of Siri thing. It's like the research and the R&D department are just they need some Red Bull up in there because they're moving. They're lagging. They haven't got their finger on the pulse at all. So,
but check this though. Go on, Bill.
Touching on that, were you saying that Siri is shit? So I don't think Apple their speaker would be any good.
But this is the thing. Maybe they've cause this is what I'm thinking. Yes, they're slow off the mark, but when you think about it, sometimes it's good to see how other people fail and you can come in with the same thing but a bit better. So like,
that's
for example,
if they fail though.
So like, that there can be things that can be improved with, like, for example, at the moment, having, for example, in the past, it would be all about putting the technology in the device. But then you could see the down comes when you need to constantly upgrade. Yeah. Whereas now, cloud-based computer servers and stuff like that means that all you need really eventually soon is a bit of internet and a terminal, keyboard and a screen.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of computers that are set up to work like that anyway. Or like the way Nintendo just let everyone do what they're doing and then they come in a little bit left. Like, because there's no, for example, Nintendo Switch, it's got less computing power than a PS4 Pro. It's got elements that are exciting. It's only got 720p output.
Yeah.
But what they do well. So I feel like if Apple slide in and do it right and what if they made something that was a little bit like more reasonably priced and everything else and said, listen, it will just slot into your Apple ecosystem.
But what would be the benefits of a company letting their competitor establish a market share, seeing if it works or not, letting that company get successful and then trying to go in afterwards?
Singing makes the victory sweeter, innit?
Like a Rocky film, getting beaten up to begin with, and then you win at the end.
We'll let you grow the market to like 1 billion people, and then we'll come in and just take the market share. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel confident that Apple can get it right, man. I admit, like, yes, their stuff is never cutting edge, like a lot of the features they have in their phones and stuff, but it just works, man.
To be fair, Apple have got a lot of current problems with their whole next generation of products that they need to roll out. So it seems like them venturing into new areas seems like more of a distraction, because currently there's an issue with not only the new MacBook Pro design, the new Mac Pro design also is under scrutiny.
I don't like it still. Still not a fan. I thought I'd come around to it later. Mate, I'm honestly, I'm not on that Mac.
And this is the issue. So they ignored it for a little bit, and then the kind of the noise became deafening. So they've actually had to kind of put out some statements saying that, okay, yeah, we are going to redesign the Mac Pro. We are going to design the new MacBook Pro.
So that's the price you pay for being an innovator then?
No, because they never had this issue before.
Yeah, but they did by saying like, listen, we're going to get rid of USB.
Yeah.
Universal port, innit?
Yeah. But again, these redesigns that they've had since Steve Jobs passed have kind of taken things on a different tangent. Maybe the incremental changes whilst Jobs was around were very small and piecemeal, which is necessary, and then they've just done these grandiose. Yeah, we're going to take the jack away. We're going to take no USB ports. Who needs USB port? You don't need one. You know what I mean? It took ages to get to a stage where there was no CD drive in the MacBook Pros, and maybe Jobs would have had that earlier on, but he said no. We've got to do this over a period of, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years.
Yeah,
we can't just do it like willy-nilly and just jump to it.
Yeah, like I think the new Mac should have had a few USB-C ports on it, and a few like maybe lost ports somewhere else. Like, that's how you're right. It should have gone like that instead of trying to like jump too far.
Yeah,
we'll see, man. But back to this. So Billy made a point that Siri isn't very advanced, or in his words, Siri shit. He's had a bad experience. Yeah. He's had a bad experience. You get me? He's probably sent a nude and said, Siri, send it to.
And Siri laughed.
Send it to Claire. Sending to Mum. No, Siri, stop. Sending it twice. No, please. So I think, there can be improvements.
Yeah.
When Siri first came out, it was the first thing like that. And it was ahead of the game. So it's kind of everyone else seems to have overcome it. And I think the key's going to come from it understanding colloquialisms and just normal conversation. I want to talk to my AI shit like Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to myself like, hey, what's going on, man? You cool? Like, hey, Dave, can you put a reminder in the diary for next week? Like that.
Yeah.
Not Siri, add calendar diary thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Dave, whenever I say fucking in my text, don't change it to the word ducking.
Yeah.
Understood.
But the thing where Siri dropped the ball is that it had a voice activated system which needs to be triggered by touch initially to get it working. Yeah. So that's where it dropped the ball. And
I mean, Hey Siri's there than now, where your phone constantly listens out for when you say Hey Siri.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, man. I want to see the technique. I want to see the quality. But I like the fact that my iPhone is always with me, really.
Yeah.
And having a smart home that's controlled by Apple, just makes it easy because I don't need any extra remote stuff if I want to make any tweaks to lighting and stuff like that. You know, Apple phones already communicate with your Hue lighting and etc. So
where do you think Apple will be in the next 10 years?
Space.
Seriously?
No, just
in terms of a market leader, or do you think the gap's going to close?
Number one still.
Think so?
Nah, you know what? I don't know. I would have said that about BlackBerry. I would have said that about Nokia.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think everyone's looking for the next big thing, like the next social media, the next iPhone, the next iPad. I think the key's going to be in telecommunications, if you want to call it that. It's just communications now, isn't it?
Yeah.
The key's going to be the thing that we have that means we don't need a phone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like when they get that right, like Android tried, like Google tried it with Glass, but it wasn't enough of a step away from the phone because you still need the phone. But I think when they get that thing that means, hey, I don't need my phone anymore.
Yeah.
That's the key. Do you get me? That's the key. Like Apple Pay means, hey, I don't need to bring my wallet out with me anymore. When you can do it with your phone, I reckon that would be the one. Twitter, you've always said they've struggled to get money from, and I've always asked, what are they going to do to get money? And you're like, well, it's kind of like a gift and a curse. The fact that the way Twitter's set up makes it very hard to monetize, but I feel like it's the purest. Well, this is my opinion. I feel like it's the purest expression of how and what people are thinking. Like I feel like it's very hard to dilute Twitter, like other social media. I feel like it can be very skewed. What you see, your timeline is very edited. Yeah, but Twitter, I feel like if you put in a hashtag and you look at tweets, you can see events unfolding.
And I agree.
Yeah, but Twitter also struggled to get money.
Yeah,
you know, there's promoted tweets and stuff like that. But now, an idea they've put together, which I think will get them a bit of wedge, is there. They want to do a 24-hour ad-supported rolling news channel in the latter stages of the year from Bloomberg. So the live video stream will include original programming as well as feeds from Bloomberg as well. So news on Twitter.
But isn't Twitter news anyway?
Well, it is, but we're gonna have like actual news, like from a company put on Twitter. So it's gonna be literally like, you know, they've got. Is it out now then, Bill?
There's a Bloomberg. There is a Bloomberg feed, but I think it's different to the one that's coming out.
Right.
Soon.
So they've already got a Bloomberg feed, but they're going to have like more of a general newsy one. So this is Bloomberg stepping into. So I think this is somebody who's seen that there's a lot of people that find genuine content and trust Twitter as a source of information.
Yeah.
So now Twitter, they managed to integrate this media service into it, Twitter TV.
Yeah.
I feel like that's quite. Is this going to start something big for Twitter now?
It's a bit of a clever branding, but then, what's the CEO's name?
Of Bloomberg?
No, Twitter.
I don't know, you know.
What's his name? Jack, not Jack, is it? Yeah, Jack.
Dorsey.
So if you go to Jack, but Mr. Dorsey, then how do you explain Twitter Moments? Because surely that's news. You've collated news into a series of tweets based on users on your network. That constitutes as news because you actually separate that from the main feed as to kind of like give a highlight reel of what is going on for this particular topic, whether it's the football, whether it's the Met Gala from last night, whatever it is, whatever social event you've collated into Twitter Moments. So what is Twitter news? This seems like a bit of a clash of.
Yeah, I think it's like a destination which just a rolling. So it's like certain people would put on the TV and watch the news in the morning. You can swipe and then you just get that video stream.
Yeah,
that you can just sit there and watch.
But here's the thing: it kind of goes back to what we was talking about on the earlier show about kind of creating a tier system between the sources. It's like Twitter's saying we're going to create a news feed. Dedicated to quote unquote reputable sources. So you have your Bloomberg on there, your Fox, your Sky News, and then the non-reputable sources, which these reputable sources kind of use as a source anyway when the news breaks, we're going to have in Twitter Moments. Because that's what it seems like. They've created a tier system with the news where there's big organizations. We can pump our content through the Twitter news feed. That's for us. That's for BBC, Fox, Sky, whoever. Half of Rupert Murdoch's enterprise, and then the other smaller kind of independent vloggers who like, and this is the irony, those guys actively will make up the content when the news breaks. Oh, we've just seen that there's an incident in blah 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 Paris, and we've got this visual footage from this Twitter person, but.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit cheeky because you're kind of disregarding where the news starts from in the first place, and you're giving a whole brand of or you're giving the esteem of news to big organizations and calling them reputable based on that.
I think it's a really freaking clever idea, man.
It's very clever.
Yeah,
it is very clever, but you can see where the kind of the issue lies.
I'll see how events unfold. I actually don't know about. They'd have to find a way of you actually, just in terms of the user experience, just being able to enjoy the news. While being on Twitter. Feel like you got to make it work on my screen. Like, should they make it like YouTube when you can have the video playing at the bottom as you swipe? And listen to it. It could work. You know, it may not. I don't know. People might just want Twitter for Twitter stuff. They might not want video on Twitter.
But this is the thing. I feel I engage with Twitter because I treat it as news. I actually use Twitter as I would news.
The paper. You'd browse Twitter.
Exactly. That's where all my bulletins come through.
Okay.
There's no way in the past, definitely 3 years, that I have seen something break on the news before it's broken on Twitter.
This is true.
So I always go there. Whether it's Twitter Moments, everything, every terrorist attack, every football event, everything, sporting, whatever kind of thing, always breaks on Twitter. So
I think this is why the big boys want in then.
Exactly.
Fair enough. We'll see how that pans out. Another big boy in the game, Funk.
Yep.
Amazon Echo. Look. You might have seen this actually on Twitter or in the press. So Amazon Echo have released this brand new smart speaker called the Echo Look. It's 154 quid when it's released or around that range. And it has a full-length selfie video camera / photograph camera. And you can create a lookbook for it as well. So you put on an outfit, takes a picture. Put on another one, takes a picture. And using Alexa, it's also be able to give you a verdict on your outfit and recommend close to buy. So it's currently on Amazon's US website and is strictly an invitation only thing. So they said it's not going to be able to share any personal information or third party websites, but
they say in inverted commas.
But there's been a bit of like backlash saying we're going to have like suicides because Alexa says you don't look good.
Yeah.
My booty's too big.
Yeah, like you put on something else. Is my bum big in this? And Alexa goes, hey, your bum. You ain't got to worry about your bum looking big or like that.
Billy sounded like Kendrick just then.
What?
Say it again.
Does my booty look big in this?
Billy Lamar. Yeah, this is going to cause more anxiety for the impressionable and those seeking validation.
Weak-minded.
Yeah. The fragile-minded, rather. That's the more PC term, of course.
Is that what you say?
I just thought that up just now. I thought that's
someone whose mind needs to do some push-ups.
Someone whose mind needs creatine. But
sorry, let me correct myself.
Yeah.
Foolish-minded. Sorry.
Drops the mic.
Sheep sound effect plays. Sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like maybe people feel more comfortable getting told you look fat by a robot rather than their friends and their peers. Maybe that feels a little bit better for someone.
Do you know what?
That you've actually removed the personalized insult and you've put it in and you say, oh, well, it's nothing personal because that's just an AI calling me fat or saying my outfit looks rubbish or I should go back to bed. It's not real. It's not Sandra that I'm going to see in class later kind of thing. Yeah. So I guess maybe that psychologically feels better for people. Who knows?
So if Siri says to you, you look tired, that's all right because it's just an algorithm saying it. But if you go out and you think you look good and someone goes, are you all right, mate? You look knackered.
Yeah.
You'll be like, what?
Yeah.
You don't look knackered, dickhead.
Yeah.
You look your mum's knackered. So, that's right. Because stepping on the scales is cool.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself.
Yeah.
But if you had to step on a scale, like they do in some weight loss classes, step on the scales in front of a whole room of people.
Yeah.
And they see that you put on a few pounds to lose a few pounds.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level of pressure. So like being in a room full of people that are judging you or a person that's judging you.
Yeah.
Like compared to a computer is true. Like for example, if your doctor ever goes to you, well, you're not a drinker, but if your doctor ever goes, or if anyone asks you, how many units of alcohol do you drink every single week? Yeah. And you're a drinker, and you like to go out every weekend. I guarantee those people aren't writing the exact amount, or they write a very conservative estimation of the amounts of units that they drink.
Yeah, a human presence is very intimidating, and even if you were to take it back to someone checking their weight, if you were to get on the scales and the scale said you are overweight, like very bluntly, that might have an effect. It might bring about some level of anxiety. But if you got on the scales next to someone and they didn't say anything, but they made a gesture, they was like, oof, that would hurt like an anvil kind of thing. So I guess
subtle things like if you're a bit big and you sit down and someone goes, that'll be bad. But if Siri did it or Alexa did it, it would be like.
Yeah, no? And I think that does dent the self-esteem. Look, the actual human element, it dents the self-esteem. So maybe they might be onto something here. Psychologically, they found a loophole that people can take a decent level of self-criticism, but just not from humans.
I'm concerned, man.
Go on.
We need to have criticism constantly.
Yeah,
I feel like criticism done in the right way, it gives growth, good growth, man. Like we need to not just like, I don't believe in criticism. Like I don't like it when people say, oh, that's shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, why though, innit?
Yeah.
Like, if I have a reason, like, there's some things I don't have a reason for not liking. Like, no, I do. Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't
Yeah.
like his films. People say, why?
Yeah.
I go, I don't really like
Really?
I don't like his
I've
face.
never met anyone who doesn't like Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't really like
films.
his face. But then people go to me, well, you find an actor that you do like. Well, show me an actor that is good then. I'm like, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And I have a reason. Like, Tom
Yeah.
Hanks, he plays varied roles.
Yeah.
He's given us stuff like Forrest Gump, Big.
Just even the fact that you're engaged in that kind of argument with a human, you probably wouldn't have that with a computer or a machine.
Computer isn't going to give that to me statistically on IMDb.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like we need to have conversations where people challenge each other. And like, we have a bit of back and forth, a bit of banter.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you need, like, people are concerned about Alexa saying stuff that's going to upset people.
Yeah.
What I'm more concerned about is people not being able to cope with that sort of communication.
I think the key with that Amazon thing is that the AI behind it doesn't have the capacity to judge.
Yeah.
It's just making a statement.
So it won't, it won't make people insecure. You're right. Yeah.
It's a mathematical calculation that based on the information that it's got in its system, that it doesn't think your outfit looks nice. And it's not any judgment whatsoever. Yeah. It's a mathematical a situation as opposed to an emotional one, which you would have with a human. A human might find your like outfit ghastly. It actually brings horror, disgust, all these kind of things that an AI wouldn't be able to do. So that's probably what would make the person asking Echo look about their outfit.
Angle. Yeah, and I've heard more people on the angle which is going the other way with it, but I think that's more, to be fair, I think that's a bit more viable. Like, because it's an algorithm, it's not a person dissing you, unless they start adding character in where Alexa goes, damn. No, seriously. Yeah, if you go, hey, this is what I'm wearing out tonight, what do you think? No, seriously, put on what you're wearing tonight, seriously.
They need to do an Echo look with like a Dave Chappelle voice. Hey, what are you doing?
The milk's gone sour.
I wish I could give you 4 thumbs down.
Oh man, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. I mean, we'll try and get one down at the studio. We'll have a play with it. But I mean, it's going to be interesting because Amazon could technically, if they tell if you get all the if you put the programming in where Alexa doesn't really like Converse, there's less Converse being sold. Yeah. Or Alexa thinks that this is the next fashion item, that's going to get sold.
They'll wipe out every personal shopper there is in the country. Personal shoppers.
Redundant.
I was just like, what? You can get paid for telling people how to dress.
Yeah, there's personal shoppers that I know that, bruv, it's not a mug's game, because if you're a good personal shopper, you're the connection between someone who's got a lot of money, most of the time, and likes to shop. So if you get in there, it's a good little job, Okay. But I know one that will come to your house and look at your wardrobe, as well as being a personal shopper, and like pack your bags for holiday.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, man. You think that exists? When someone told me about it, I was like, really? I was like, no, hang on. Actually, if I was on that level of ballership, why would I pack my own clothes? Someone can pack those for me, man.
What if you get your undies? Did you get the
fired? Innit? They get fired. They get fired. But yeah, they'll look at your wardrobe and you'll say like, oh, this weekend I'm playing a bit of golf and chilling out, drinking in Dubai, whatever. Yeah. And they'll pack all your stuff up for you. Pack your bag.
Interesting.
Crazy, innit? Crazy old world.
Right. Before we go, I've just found something on Twitter Moments. McDonald's have unveiled a fork. It's a French fry fork.
And it looks good.
No, is this fake news, Billy? Is this fake news?
No.
Is this fake news?
Let me check
because they reinvented the straw. They reinvented the straw. McDonald's had the straw. No, this is fake news.
Look, they're unleashing it with the Signature Collection.
Who is this guy talking?
With the Signature Collection burger? No way. So it's this device where you feed 4 forks into it. No. Is it fake?
No, it is brilliant.
Is it fake? Come on, is it real?
You actually put the chips into the fork device. Yeah. And you use it to...
Oh, come on, that's not real. And you use it to do what?
And you use it to scoop up the sauce.
Oh, come on, that is not real. Oh, these guys are trolling. Some little plastic thing that you put 4 forks. That's fake news. Trying to fake news me. You almost got me.
Gotcha.
There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
I've been Producer Bill.
Alright, thanks. Cheers.